One way to experience the wildlife of the north is to take a safari tour through the Yukon Wildlife Preserve, a terrific opportunity to take a stroll around the huge enclosures that showcase some of the unique wildlife often only found in the Yukon and Northern Territories.
Only 20 minutes outside of Whitehorse, you get a chance to get up close and personal with some of the Yukon's great animals, and the caribou are one of those great animals that will also migrate all the way through the Yukon as well. 145,000 in a migration.
And they move all around, aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
They move all over the country in a big migration.
You've got to get to the Yukon Wildlife Preserve to have a look at these, and up to 10 other species in this area.
These gorgeous creatures are mule deer, and they get their name from the large horse-like ears atop their heads. There's been a number of fawns born recently, and as the does grow, they are simply beautiful. A pleasure for the kids and adults alike to behold.
To describe the musk ox as unusual would be fitting. Looking a little like a cross between a bison and a cow, they are native to the Canadian Arctic and are ancient creatures, surviving since the last ice age.
One of the more fascinating creatures for me here is the lynx, a large bobtail cat that traditionally hunts Arctic rabbits. There are new kittens here, and watching them play and hunt through the long grass is a treat. The Arctic foxes are another amazing creature, and you get a real sense of their playfulness and closeness as they rarely leave each other's side.
Ideally adapted to the terrain, dall sheep, ranging in colours from white to slate brown, are easily identifiable by their curved yellowish-brown horns. Mountain goats may not have the same large horns, but they are razor sharp. When agitated, the male mountain goat stiffens his body, looking almost ape-like. He parades around, warning any potential threat. He's prepared for a fight.
The moose is the largest of all the deer family, and I was fascinated to learn those enormous antlers are shed once a year and new ones grow. They are also great swimmers with the ability to dive 5 metres under the water and to swim 17 kilometres in a single stretch.
Well, mate, I can't believe how big the elk are. They're enormous creatures, and to see them here in real life, it's amazing.
Well, they're the second biggest of the deer family. Of course, the moose, that huge moose, is the biggest.
I know, you read it on the, little
yeah.
signs too, and they're everywhere here. This place is absolutely fantastic. The Yukon Wildlife Preserve is a place that you have to come. Make sure you put in at least half a day. It's a big area. You can walk it.
You can grab the tour bus, and in wintertime, you can actually cross-country ski the 5-kilometre trail.
As well. So this is fantastic. It's open all year round. This is one place you don't want to miss right here in the Yukon. Now, visiting the Yukon doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice comfort when it comes to experiencing the amazing wildlife and rugged scenery. You can do it in style, and this is a classic example with what is just a spectacular log cabin lodge looking out over a beautiful lake.
Marsh Lake. And the moment you step in on the lake, it's yours to enjoy. And whether you want to grab a book from the library and sit in the reading room, or hop on the lake on a canoe or go fishing, you really go at your own pace.
Remember, the sun in the summer is going right through until midnight, so you can end up with a midnight tan. Or during the winter, you can actually appreciate the magnificent Northern Lights. There are so many things to do here, including enjoy amazing food. And speaking of amazing food, we're going to try some fine dining Yukon style tomorrow.
Looking forward to that. And this.
No matter where you go, food is always a touchstone. And today, we're finding out how the Yukon is establishing a culinary identity despite having one of the shortest and coldest growing seasons in the world.
The local producers have obviously expanded their range and depth of produce, but how have you tapped into that one through your restaurant, The Wheelhouse?
Well, what we tried to do right from the very beginning is try to source as much locally produced product as possible. And Rob, our chef, has come up with some very interesting
He certainly has.
items for our menu that has incorporated those locally sourced products. We wanted to use some meats that people would expect to find here, like the elk and the bison, and our locally raised Arctic char fish. and each paired with a different kind of beer from the Yukon Brewing Company.
Well, the food's intriguing, but what about the restaurant? How about this display?
People go to a restaurant hopefully for the food first and hopefully for the atmosphere second. And the atmosphere here is, with this Yukon riverboat sternwheeler theme, is to provide some history complemented by all the decor here of the 1930s. And through that, hopefully the customers can learn something.
Art, what do you suggest we do with the food?
Why don't you all grab some utensils and dig in?
All right. Excellent.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Hope to say that.
Yeah, me too.
Art's vision has certainly been realised both out here in the dining room and in the kitchen, thanks to Rob and his team. This superb menu showcasing the best of local produce has to be the most unexpected bonus of our trip to the Yukon. Whitehorse as a culinary destination? Watch this space.